Hello, I'm Loretta Clodfelter. I'm Senior Editor of Institutional Real Estate Americas, and I want to talk about our December issue, December 2021. Before I get into talking about the stories this month, I want to draw your attention to the cover. It's a very special cover this month. Every month we do a picture of fine art, and this month is the painting Alders by Arthur Cadieux, who is in fact my father-in-law and a great painter from Maine. So talking about the stories, our lead feature this month is What's Next for Retail. And this takes a look at the retail industry and kind of what's happening. I think everybody knows that the story of the retail apocalypse, which was ongoing even prior to COVID-19, has become, kind of a big story. But as we get into this moment, consumer spending is on the rise. People have a lot more money in their pockets, and there's maybe some thinking that the retail sector might have some interesting runway for investment right now. So this story kind of digs into some of those opportunities and what might be next in retail demand. Another feature I want to talk about is returning to a new normal, what the future may hold for commercial real estate. And this one kind of takes a look at all the property types and how COVID-19 and the pandemic have affected them and what we might see in the future. Because the question is, as we reach maybe not the end of the pandemic, but at least the beginning of the end of the pandemic, it does seem like we're kind of returning to normal across the different property types. But what normal will be going forward might be a little different from what it was in the past. Another feature this month is Where is the U.S. Housing Shortage? By Gleb Netev of Berkshire Residential. This is a really interesting piece because he goes into the US Census data to look at where we don't have enough homes in the US and where, that sort of housing gap is and what might be sort of some of the opportunities to provide more housing across the US, which markets would be most appealing for that. In addition, this month, our market perspective, The Hot Sector of Cold Storage by Scott Crow at Center Square and Uma Patterkein, also of Center Square, takes a look at cold storage as an investment prospect. There's some really interesting things happening with e-commerce, grocery delivery, and just a different sort of supply chain that's happening. And also people who have been investing in industrial are maybe looking for getting a little bit more yield, and cold storage might offer that. That's a wrap up of our key stories this month in the December 2021 issue of Institutional Real Estate Americas. Should be available in your mailbox or online now. Looking ahead to next month, our January issue, the lead feature is going to be looking at debt investing and lending markets from a global perspective. Thanks for watching, and we'll have another update for you next month.